Hey everyone, Davis here of the Tax to Save team, and thanks for joining us this week. Couldn't be more excited. This week we get to show something that's been long in the works of our proprietary tax planning software, and as well as some of the new strategies that have been brought on this year. So this week's a great case, right? For those that are listening today, we're going to break down the real life client scenario of what their income is. It's someone we're actually helping right now with this strategy. They're out of the great state of Minnesota. And they're actually retiree clients. They have really good pensions though, and they have Social Security income. And that pension, between the pension income, Social Security income, it's about 200 grand a year. A husband and wife out of the great state of Minnesota. As we know about Minnesota, there's a lot of things going on in Minnesota right now, but that's another story in itself. But really, what's unique about Minnesota tax-wise is the state tax, right? It's about a 9.85% state level tax alone. So this tax strategy had a really great impact for this client. So we'll break that down, kind of that before of what they were facing and after. But the biggest thing we did, beyond that 200 grand of income, they were heavy savers, folks, in their tax deferred accounts. So their IRA, their 401k. In fact, these clients were engineers. Both husband and wife were an engineer, and they, really worked hard and saved even harder, right? And so now, not only are they preparing from that transition from accumulation, right, to now distribution, right? They want to, again, keep more, live more, leave more, right, to legacy. And so this is for them in the present planning of what they can do to travel more and spend more tax-free income by getting this money to a Roth. But additionally, they have enough that they won't be able to spend it all, and they want to leave a great legacy, a tax-free legacy without those required minimum distributions and things that come with those annoying IRA and 401k accounts. So with that said, I'll go ahead and share my screen and we'll hop right in. So everyone should be able to see here the screen. And so with that being said, right, you can see here we got the taxes saved logo, even the color font, right? Our programming team did a phenomenal job for those receiving this today. And so this client's income, like I said, they're out of the state of Minnesota. If you look over here on the left, we had them they had 200,000 just earned income, pension, Social Security, right, combined between them both. And then they had a half a mil or $300,000 we did of a Roth conversion. That's what they wanted to do there. And so here, the strategy they chose, right, we have many great strategies. You can see some of the different deductions and strategies that exist here that we can implement for clients and have access to that our CPA team understands, approves, and helps our clients use on a daily and weekly basis. And so this client chose a software strategy that's 7 times tax deduction that we have this quarter of 2026, right? So that was the strategy that was chosen. So let's look at this, right? Before and after, right? So before, the client does nothing. They just pay the tax on the conversion and the income they have this year of 26. Their income is going to be 500,000. After the standard deduction, about 470, right, of actual income left. The federal taxes due for all here, whatever state you're residing in, unless you're in, Puerto Rico. That's another story. We got $106,029 of tax they would pay. And then the big ugly one is $46,374 of Minnesota state tax. So with that said, right, the after effect, right, they implemented a 7 times deduction. They put a down payment of 14% of $50,000. That was their outlay to implement this strategy of a software outsourcing business. And you can see here that generated folks a $350,000 deduction. So it brought their income all the way down to $120,800. Pretty impressive, right? And look what it did to their tax bill. We went from a 30.5% effective tax rate is now down to 5.7%, right? Their tax went from 106,000 Fed to 16,000 Fed, 46 to the state, 11 grand to the state of Minnesota now. And that's it. So right there, folks, you can see, right, the breakdown of this strategy, right? 50,000 to save, literally, folks, right? $123,822 in taxes. So 50 grand to save 123,000. That trade-off's worth it the most. And what I haven't mentioned here today, folks, that are learning about this for the first time, and we definitely will educate you more on your own personalized taxes saved discovery meeting. We'd love to meet with you and explore in more detail if this is a fit for you. But would you take 50 grand to get $123,000 back? Most would. But that what I haven't mentioned is, again, this business is not just to save tax, it also creates income and revenue and profit. They'll be sure to share with you if this strategy fits for you in a tax plan for your own circumstances. So again, folks, it always comes down to the number. Hopefully today, this visual really showed you of what we can accomplish of just one of 94 tax saving strategies we have here at the Taxes Save team with our team of 22 CPAs and EAs, and really helping our clients understand what they can do, again, to keep more, live more, and leave more to their legacy. So we'll look forward to seeing you there. Have a great rest of your week.